Climate change is having a stark impact in Kenya. Rising temperatures and uneven rainfall distribution are most damaging for the tea sector, the country's leading exporter and pillar of Kenya's industry. Kiamokama Tea Factory is one of the oldest factories managed by the Kenyan Tea Development Agency. By the end of 2016, the factory saw a 40% decline in tea leaf harvesting, triggered by climate change as extreme heat damages tea leaves, affecting the quality and flavor of the tea. A project set up by the United Nations Industrial Development Organization helped the factory adapt its manufacturing processes to challenges posed by climate change. The Low Carbon and Climate Resilient Industrial Development in Africa project, funded by Japan, assisted Kiamokama implement much-needed energy-saving measures to cope with rising temperature and humidity.
Our industry, we must of necessity embrace the green industry agenda very fast. We would need the support of development partners like UNIDO to work with them, first to build the capacity of the industries, to build the capacity of support institutions like Kenya Cleaner Production Center, the Ministry of Industry, Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute, to be able to work with the industries to identify where they need to change their technological operations, but also UNIDO to help point us to the technology service providers.
UNIDO can support that kind of effort, for example, by inviting investment promotion officials to Japan, and we conduct matchmaking with Japanese businessmen and African businessmen or African investment promotion authority, so that we can provide a fields of dialogue between stakeholders.
In tea processing, the withering and drying processes are the most energy intensive. They can account for as much as 60% of electricity consumption. Kiamokama decided to focus its climate adaptation response exactly there.
But the new energy efficient motor, the 4 kilowatt motor, is drawing up to less than 3 kilowatts per hour. That means we are using less electricity, and therefore we are running these operations for fewer hours than the case could have been before. Now with this new technology, we are able to vary the frequency, which means we could draw in less power, then we shorten the time, and the airflow has improved by around 70%.
The VSD motors, in combination with the efficient blades from Japan's Taiyo Electric, need less power to generate the required air volume. They have allowed energy savings of more than 30%. And this has in turn lowered production costs, which has also benefited the farmers who own shares of the factory. Kenyan milk producer KCC is also looking into adapting its technology to a more energy efficient and environmentally sound.
The initial cost could be expensive, but the payback period could be less time. In the long run, it will pay you because you take a short year to pay back that kind of cost.
In terms of climate adaptation, the LCCR project looks across industry boundaries as UNIDO realizes that what creates a problem in one company can be a solution to another company. Kenya's sugar industry, from which an estimated 6 million people derive their livelihood, is also highly susceptible to climate change throughout the value chain. It has a huge amount of bagasse waste, which can be used in the tea industry as a biomass fuel for boilers currently run on firewood.
We should be in the market to supply close to 60 tons of briquettes a day. So you can say that we're going to substitute 60 tons of firewood.
Having a bridge between those two industries alone would solve two problems. Solve the waste problem in the sugar industry, solve the fuel problem in the tea industry, and at the same time protect the forests the remaining forests from deforestation.
With such circularity strengthening, UNIDO is encouraging stakeholders to think beyond energy and resource efficiency about ways of making the industry more climate resilient.